Breaking news coming in. The Supreme Court will hear the demand for continuation of the Shivling protection order on November 11th at 3 p.m. That is the big breaking news that is coming in at the moment. In fact, the Supreme Court has agreed to hear the Gyanvapi case tomorrow at 3 p.m. The matter was mentioned before the CJI, Chandrachud, by Advocate Vishnu Shankar Jain on behalf of the Hindu plaintiffs for urgent listing. So that is the big breaking news that is coming in at the moment, that the Supreme Court has agreed to hear the Gyanvapi case tomorrow at 3 p.m. In fact, earlier it was deferred to November 14th. But now the latest that we're getting, what we can tell you so far, is that the Supreme Court will hear the demand for the continuation of the Shivling protection order on November 11th at 3 p.m. So that is the big breakthrough that is coming in. And the Supreme Court, of course, the matter, in fact, was mentioned before the CJI Deputy Chandrachud by the advocate Vishnu Shankar Jain on behalf of the Hindu plaintiffs for urgent listing. In fact, after the Supreme Court's order in May 2022, the Shivling area inside the Varanasi mosque was supposed to be kept secure. For more on this, we have our correspondent Piyush Mishra who's reporting live on the story. Piyush, now we are learning that the Supreme Court will hear the demand of the continuation of the Shivling protection order on November 11th at 3 p.m. Now, also talk to us about the chronology of this particular case, because initially it was supposed to be deferred to November 14th, but now we are understanding that it's going to be heard tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Well, actually, the Supreme Court has now agreed to hear the Gyanvapi case tomorrow at 3 p.m. Remember that the matter has now been mentioned before the Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, and Vishnu Sharma, who is the advocate in this entire case. During the hearing, last hearing in Varanasi Court itself, had mentioned that he will be soon approaching to Supreme Court, and the entire Hindu petitioners have now, entire group of Hindu petitioners have now moved to the Supreme Court. The petition has been filed by Advocate Vishnu Shankar Jain on behalf of all Hindu plaintiffs, and this is basically for the urgent listing. We'll have to witness how the court is going to look into it. If you go into the background of this case, during the last hearing, the Varanasi court has rejected the plea of Hindu plaintiffs where they had requested for carbon dating of the entire Wuzu area when there is Shivling also, and they wanted to do that particular thing because they wanted to ascertain the age. They wanted to know when was Shivling established there, and the Varanasi court, while citing the Supreme Court's order of preserving the entire Wuzu area, has rejected their plea. Now what we are given to understand is that Supreme Court is going to hear the petition of Advocate Vishnu Shankar Jain, where the Hindu plaintiffs are going to request for the carbon dating. We'll have to witness how the court is going to look into it. It is very important to also understand as to how this entire fight has been carried out by the Hindu plaintiffs. They have been demanding that they should be allowed to offer prayers there at Shangar Gauri spot inside the Gyanvapi complex. The court is still hearing that entire matter, and while hearing this case, request was made by the Hindu plaintiffs that carbon dating should be allowed to do that, but the Varanasi court had rejected that plea. Against that particular order, now the Hindu plaintiffs have moved to Supreme Court, where court will be listening the entire case tomorrow at 3 p.m. District Judge A.K. Vishweshwara, who is also from Varanasi court, he had noted that conducting any kind of scientific investigation on the structure like carbon dating or ground penetrating radar is likely to cause damage to it, which would further be in violation of Supreme Court's May 17 order, and that is why the Varanasi court had rejected that plea of Hindu plaintiffs. Now Hindu plaintiffs have moved to Supreme Court at 3 p.m. tomorrow. The hearing will take place.
Right, Piyush. Also, if you could talk to us about who would be a part of the bench.
Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, Chief Justice of India, will be hearing that particular matter. And there is one more case which was there in Varanasi court, where it was being requested to court to allow, in fact, to give exclusive possession of the entire Gyanvapi complex to the Hindu plaintiffs. On that particular request, on that particular petition, the court was to pronounce the order. Yes, order day before yesterday, but because the judge had gone on leave, now that order would be pronounced on 14th of November. So there are two cases. One, that Hindu plaintiffs should be allowed to offer prayers there inside the Mashangar Gauri spot, and the entire complex's exclusive rights should be given to Hindu plaintiffs. And the second one is that the urban dating should take place inside that entire Huzu area. For that request, when the Hindu plaintiffs had moved to Varanasi court, it was rejected by Varanasi court. Now.